Today I brought you an amazing, highly profitable, yet that simple strategy. This is actually the fourth strategy I originally showcased on the main TradeSmart channel, tested on the Euro-USD 1-hour chart. This setup combines 3 EMAs, the Stochastic RSI and the ATR to generate easy-to-follow entry signals. Back then I tested strategies manually and 100 times only every time, but times have changed. Thanks to ChatGPT, coding simple strategies has never been easier. With the TradingView script I can easily backtest and optimize for years of market data in just a few seconds. So I quickly went over to ChatGPT, coded the strategy and took a fresh look at the backtest results on the Euro-USD 1-hour chart. While the results were profitable in the time interval I originally backtested it, after that date it failed to stay profitable. But then I had an idea. What if I optimize this strategy for Bitcoin on the 1-hour chart? So I did that and the results were impressive. Not only did it produce one of the most stable equity curves I've ever seen, but it also generated almost 500% net profit with an 86% win rate. You know, I usually don't care about win rate, but if you are one of those who prioritize win rate, this strategy is for you. In this video, I will walk you through the entire strategy, share my optimized settings, and go over the backtest results for the Bitcoin versus USDT 1-hour chart. We will also check out where this strategy stands on the strategy ranking spreadsheet, and the best part, I am sharing the source code for free. Without wasting any time, let's get right into it. Okay, first I will show you the original strategy settings, which did not perform that great, but don't worry, after that I will show you the optimized settings for the BTC USDT 1-hour chart. For this strategy, first open up TradingView and set up the Euro-USD 1-hour chart. Once you got that, let's set our indicators. Open up the Indicators tab and type in NNFX ATR. This will be our stop loss and take profit indicator. Add this one to your chart. Then type in Stochastic RSI and add this one. This is a built-in indicator. This will give us our entry signals. And finally type in 3 EMA and click on this one. This indicator will make sure that we are trading in both the long-term and the short-term trend direction. Okay, now we will need to modify a few settings. Open up the EMAs, set the first one to 50, the second one to 14, and the third one to 8. Then go to the Styles tab. You can color them however you like. I used white for 1, yellow for 2, and green for 3. Then let's take a look on the Stochastic RSI. Here you can keep the settings at default. These are 3, 3, 14, 14. But at the Styles tab, uncheck the upper band, the lower band, and the background, and change the middle band to line style, and make sure that it is set to 50. And finally the stop loss and take profit indicator, the NNFX ATR, set its X value, which is the length, to 14, the TP or take profit level to 3 times ATR, and the SL or stop loss level to 2 times ATR. In the Styles tab, make sure that each of them are set to step line, and uncheck the main ATR. Okay, we have all of the indicators correctly set up, so now let's go over the rules and the backtest results. For a very long entry, the first rule is that a candle needs to close above all the 3 EMAs, just like here. And then we are waiting for a cross up on the Stochastic RSI, like this one. But to make sure that the price is not overextended, we can only enter on a cross up if that occurs under the 50 level. So this white or gray line is the 50 level, and this cross up is not valid as it occurred above the 50 level. But here we have another cross up and it occurred below the 50 level, so that will be a valid entry. And now we will need our stop loss and take profit indicator enabled, the NNFX ATR, and the stop loss will be placed at that red line and the take profit at the blue line. This results in a 1 to 1.5 risk-to-reward ratio trade each time. Let's see how this goes. And unfortunately, this trade was a stop out. But don't worry, we will get another one. Okay, here is another valid long entry. The candle closed above all of the 3 EMAs, and we get a stochastic cross-up right here. The cross-up occurred under the 50 level, so it's a valid entry. Stop loss will be placed at this red line and the take profit at the blue line. And this time we got a winner. Now let's see the rules for shorts, then we will take a look on the backtest results. Okay, for a valid long entry, a candle needs to close below all the 3 EMAs, like here. And then we are waiting for a stochastic cross down, which is when the blue line crosses below the orange line. And this cross down should occur above the 50 level. On this candle, all of the rules are met, so we can enter into a short. Stop loss will be at the upper red line, and the take profit at the lower blue line. Again, this is a 1 to 1.5 risk-reward ratio trade. And this was another winner. So those are the rules. As I said, this strategy is that simple. Now let's see the backtest results. Before we jump into the backtest results, just a quick note. If you are interested in learning to code with ChatGPT, I've created 2 free tutorial videos on that topic. You can find them linked in the description below or click on the pop-up on the top right corner. But if you'd rather skip the coding part or just need a help turning your strategy ideas into TradingView scripts, I now offer private strategy coding services on Patreon. You can contact me through Patreon, Discord, email, or even in the comment section to discuss your needs. Keep in mind, I only take on 3 coding gigs at a time for quality assurance. And as a launch discount, I'm giving 20% off for the first 3 customers with the code TS20. So if you're interested, just visit my Patreon shop, link is in the description. For the original backtest, I used the Euro USD 1-hour chart. Let's enable the full script I built for this strategy. It will look something like this. You can set up all of the settings, the 3 EMAs, the stochastic RSI, the limit levels, the ATR stop loss, and you can limit the trade direction. And here are the backtest results. In that original video, I backtested the strategy in this time interval, so I made sure to set up the same time interval here. And well, it is profitable, but looking at that equity curve, I would not trade this strategy. First of all, we had a huge drawdown right here, and drawdowns like this are not acceptable for me. The profit factor is a bit low, 1.3, and the max drawdown when it's at 21% results in around a 40% net profit, which is not bad, but I've seen better ones. But how this strategy performed outside of the testing range? I will untick the deep backtesting and we will see the latest backtest results. And as you can see, this is definitely a losing strategy. But why is that? It was performing good in the backtesting time interval and now is just going down. Well, we can take away a few things from this. First of all, a backtest result does not guarantee anything. To backtest a strategy 100 times is not enough, and to backtest it on only a half-year period is way too small. That period could have been a volatile, a trending market in which the strategy can perform good. That's why, as I was learning through making these videos, I've stopped backtesting only 100 times a strategy and switched on to using strategy scripts for everything. With strategy scripts like this, you can backtest in just a few seconds. Second, even if the backtest is good, markets could change and the strategy can become out of sync. That's why when I'm optimizing, for example, to Bitcoin, I always take a 4-year cycle, because a 4-year cycle includes ups and downs and sideways price action too. Even if the backtest shows great results, it does not mean that the strategy will perform great after that optimization date. If you've been optimizing strategies before, you probably come across a great optimization that started losing money, so that's why you should never start trading a strategy based on its backtest results. You should always look for a few months of performance to validate that the strategy is not over-optimized or not overfitted, because with 2 good results, usually that's the case. But how do we make sure we don't have an over-optimized strategy? Well, there are a few techniques. First, when I optimize, I always leave at least around 3 to 6 months out of sample data. The reason for that is that after you finish your optimization, you immediately want to check how the script performs on the out of sample price data, so not the optimization range data. If it's still good there, that's a great sign, but that still not guarantees that it will be profitable moving on. You should always track the strategy for a few months before starting trading it. If it performs well on that few months, I usually consider trading a strategy. Okay, that's all about overfitting and over-optimization. I could talk another 30 minutes of this, but now let's see the BTC USDT 1-hour optimization and the backtest results. After that, I will tell you how you can get access to this script. Okay, for BTC USDT 1-hour chart, here you can see the optimized settings. For the first EMA, I use 350 length. For the second EMA, 110 length, and for the third EMA, 14 length. For the stochastic RSI, I set the K to 14, the D to 4, the RSI length to 160, and the stochastic length to 90. Now, this optimization is a long-only optimization, so don't worry about the short stochastic RSI limit, but do care about the long stochastic RSI limit, which is set to 35. That means that on the stochastic RSI, the white line should be set at the 35 level. Okay, for stop loss, the ATR is set to 75 length, the stop loss multiplier is 7 and the take profit multiplier is only 4. This would give us around a 1 to 0.6 risk to reward ratio. The rules are the same. For long entry, a candle needs to close above all of the 3 EMAs, and then we are waiting a cross up on the stochastic RSI that occurs below the 35 level. Let's find a quick entry. For example, here, price is above all the 3 EMAs, and we get a cross up on the stochastic RSI under the 35 level. And now, are you ready for the backtest results? Let's see. For backtesting and optimization, for the start date, I used 2020, the 1st of May. And for the end date, I used 2024, the 1st of May. And the results are 481% net profit. Well, just look at that equity curve. It is beautifully trending upwards, following a straight line. If I were to draw a straight line, it would be following that. So during this 4-year time interval, this optimization took 248 trades, generated 482% net profit with an 86% win rate, 2.4 profit factor and 25% maximum drawdown. I usually say that you shouldn't be worried about the win rate, as it all depends on the risk to reward ratio. If you have a 1 to 10 risk to reward ratio, you could even be profitable with a 20% win rate, but if you have a 1 to 0.5 risk to reward ratio, even with a 60% win rate, you would be losing money. For the backtest, I set the initial capital to 10,000. The order size is 60% of the equity, so this can result in exponentially growing equity curves, somewhat like this period here. The commission is set to 0.1% on each entry and exit, and the slippage is 2 ticks. Okay, but as I mentioned before, this strategy can easily be overfitted, so let's take a quick look on the after optimization range backtest results. I will set the end date to October 27th and the start date to 2024, the 1st of May. Generating the results, as you can see, we are still profitable. So this is always a good sign, but I would still wait a few more months to see if it actually stays profitable. Now let's take a quick look on lower and higher time frame performance. On the 30-minute chart, well, it is profitable, but this equity curve is terrible, I wouldn't trade it. On the 2-hour chart, the strategy is profitable, it is actually pretty good. I don't like this long sideways period, but apart from that we have a nice up run at the end. And let's take a quick look on Ethereum. And yes, on Ethereum 2-hour chart it is still profitable, but what about the 1-hour chart? Well, now it's around break even, I wouldn't trade it. And yeah, it's on the losing side, I wouldn't trade it either. Okay, so that's all about this strategy. To close out the video, let's take a look on the strategy ranking spreadsheet. And today's strategy, the Triple EMA plus Stochastic RSI strategy, took the 13th place out of the 27 strategies that I've tested so far. In this spreadsheet you can find all the details about the backtest, the capital used, the fees, the backtesting time interval, number of trades, net profit and so on. And at the end I will put the YouTube link of this video and the Google Drive link where you can download the script for free. So how you can get access to this strategy script for free? Well, just go down into the description or into the comment section where you will find a Google Drive link. Click on that link, that will bring you to the source code document. Download that document and copy the source code. Once you got that, come back to TradingView, open up the Pine editor, click on open, then new strategy, highlight everything here, paste the code right there, and finally click on add to chart. If you've done everything right, you should see the strategy right here. Opening up, it will look something like this. You can set up all the EMA settings, the stochastic RSI settings, the ATR stop loss take profit, and you can choose to limit trades for longs only, shorts only, or both. Also, let me know in the comment section if you want me to make this strategy into a more customizable NNFX strategy with more options, and so on. I made a few NNFX style strategies before. If you're interested, you can find them in my Patreon shop. And that wraps up today's video. If you've enjoyed it and want to see more profitable strategies like this, make sure to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out. And remember, if you are interested in having your custom strategy coded, check out my Patreon shop for private coding services. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see other strategies from my main TradeSmart channel coded and presented like this one. And if you want to see another highly profitable strategy, check out this video. As always, thank you all for watching, have an amazing day, and until next time, trade smart.